Hi, it's Dr. Andrew Choi from Riverside, California.
Hey everyone, I'm Cynthia, a current dental student in New York.
Jonathan Miller here with Fortune Practice Management.
I'm Chet Spivey from Ivoclar Vivadan.
We all want to help our patients right now.
We all want to keep our practices.
Graduate on time.
Our teams.
Our livelihood.
Alive. And we all want
tomorrow
to come today. But today is an opportunity to learn.
To learn. To lead, to share.
For a better tomorrow.
For a better tomorrow.
For a better tomorrow.
Together, we can prepare
for the future. Together,
we can make a difference.
For whenever that tomorrow comes.
Everybody continue to support one another, and remember,
We will come back from this.
We're all in this together.
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 We rise.
Hey guys, Kevin Henry with Ignite DA, practicing my social distancing, but still getting out of the house a little bit. Hope that you all are as well. Just want to let you know about all the great things that we have coming up with Care Credit, Dr. Bicuspid, so many good people coming on board with us from the KOL side, from the key opinion leader side, from the thought leader side to talk about what's going on right now in our industry and how you need to be prepared for what's to come whenever dentistry kicks back in full steam. I'm so excited about what we're doing with Care Credit, Dr. Bicuspid, Ignite DA, Ignite DDS, all working together to provide you some great information. So hey, stay healthy, stay away from each other, but more than anything else, stay tuned because we've got so many good things coming to you and we want to make sure that you're a part of the information that we're going to share from some of the best minds out there in dentistry. Hey, together we rise. Look forward to seeing you online. Dr. Bicuspid, Ignite DA, Ignite DDS, Care Credit, all coming together. Facebook Live, so much happening. Can't wait to see you.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're getting excited for another episode here today. I know I am. I'm learning a ton from all of our experts. Before we start though, I kind of want to talk to you about something that's really important, something we've focused on our whole careers for other people, wellness. We've worked so hard to keep them well. And I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, in the last month and a half, I've learned an awful lot about needing to keep myself well. We need to keep ourselves well. So as we launch the Digital Academy on IgniteDDS.com, that's going to be awesome, FYI. We decided we'd lead the charge with a wellness page, a yoga page. So I'm personally inviting y'all to join us 9 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday mornings Eastern Time on IgniteDDS.com/yoga for our session to help you stay healthy. We've got meditation sessions, we've got yoga sessions coming in. So join us at IgniteDDS.com/yoga. We want to help you guys stay well too. Cheers. Hey guys, welcome back. It's COVID day, too many days to know. Anyway, I'm here with some great friends. We have some great news. We're planning some amazing things for all of you and a unique strategy of how to not just overcome what you're going through right now, but really launch your practice in a direction that I'm guessing, if you're anything like most dentists, you've never heard about. Steve, I'm kicking it to you because I know you've got some great information and some conversation we're going to chat about on how to really help dental practices today and tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, thank you, David Rice, and everyone for joining today. Yes, these are interesting times for sure. Yeah, I'm also at the same time very excited, and there's a reason for that. What I want to do is actually, I'm curious, David, what kind of prompted you from the very start to actually want to learn more about what we're doing?
Well, I'll tell you, I had, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago, an experience in my practice where a rare gem came along who knew something about working with tax credits, something more than anyone else I'd ever met before. And then when we met, you brought me to a whole new level of what's available today that's never really been available to us before. And the understanding of where dentistry has been, and we've plateaued for years in dentistry. So some practices creep up, but nobody is catapulting up like they did a decade ago. That's harder to do. And then that in conjunction with the present, state of the union, so to speak, this conversation became very exciting because what dentistry needs, I think more than we've ever needed right now, is a little gasoline on the fire to make this thing burn.
Well, it's interesting because we met through LinkedIn, right? And normally something like that exchange of information, you could be skeptical. And luckily, I'd have to say for everyone listening, it sounds like you've had some prior experience in the topic we're going to talk about. So could you tell me a little bit, what do you mean exactly by I took this to a whole nother level? Because there is history of what has happened from 1981 to now. What do you think has changed?
So I will super fast share my story. When we built our new building at the time and moved from the space we're in, we discovered that because we're in dentistry, that research and development offered some opportunities to us. Now, what I went through was jumping through an awful lot of hoops, and we had to do legitimate research projects, and that took a lot of time, it took a lot of energy, it took dedicated team members. The result was excellent. Now, we received all of our benefit back then in the terms of tax-free dollars, tax breaks, which was huge and instrumental. But what you shared with me, what's available now, is a total game changer. It's now we have the opportunity to work with people like you who do all the work. All I have to do as a dentist is provide the information that you need. And what I'm doing all day, every day right now, I don't have to add to it. And then the other big difference is instead of getting a tax credit, I can get a check. And a check right now for already doing what I'm doing from the IRS is appealing to me on so many levels. I don't even know that I should say them in a social world, but it's incredible what we can do.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are some challenges in this that kind of, when we first approach a dentist, right? They're already busy. They already have, at this time with COVID, they're thinking about their office and how to make sure that they have the right precautionary steps in place to protect their staff and the patient. So help us understand what would be the best way to communicate to the dental community about such a benefit, because when you talk about getting a physical check from the IRS, red flag kind of goes off in my mind, right? So if I put myself in your shoes as a dentist who loves to receive data and facts and information, it's not easy just to call someone up and say, hey, are you experiencing working with R&D? And in that experience, what have you seen before? And are you okay with it? So there's a lot there, right? So what, first and foremost, is the best way to educate a dentist with this information?
Yeah, I think it comes back to all of us dentists. We know what we know. We're great in our lane. But there's a whole other world out there of research and development that many other industries are very aware of. It's been out there for us since, I think, 2015. You said the laws changed, and I don't know, what was it, 700 pages of tax code and process that I don't have time to go through. And even if I had time to go through it, I wouldn't understand it. So I think the best thing we can do together is just educate people and say, hey, here's the big picture. here's step one, step two, step three to see, is this available to me? If it is, it looks like this. If it is and it looks like this is what I need to do. And then this is what I can reasonably expect. And then dentists, you decide for you if it's something for you or not. But I know for myself, East Amherst Dental Center will be a part of the process, that's for sure.
Right. Help me understand the perspective when you hear the word in a practice R&D. I mean, are you automatically saying to yourself, that's me? I might not be a scientist per se, but I'm doing research. I'm developing more innovative best practices, ways to improve. So do you automatically resonate with that? Or are you kind of still R&D? I don't know if I fit this, because that's kind of the right of the gates when we use that. Oh, I'm not R&D.
Yeah, nope, that's a great question. And I would say the average David Rice dentist would say that's somebody else. But based on my experience, I would say, absolutely. I've gone through this process in a different way, a decade and a half ago. But I'm here to tell all of you fellow dentites out there, what we do all day, every day is R&D. We're just not aware of how this plays out because we're so focused on taking great care of our patients. So I think what we're really talking about is continuing to do what we've always done. We're not changing anything at our practices. We just have an opportunity. And I'm excited to hear from you all how that opportunity lays out. And I think once dentists see it, this is simple. Like, why would I not do this if I have nothing to lose and everything to gain?
Right. Let's build off that for a moment. So you said it's simple, because we do want to make this very easy, right? You're already busy. So could you tell me, when you say simple, what exactly do you want to communicate to your dentists out there in terms of the time that you're going to have to probably commit some time here to prepare and communicate to us so that we understand. You had mentioned 700 pages. Well, there's 9,000 pages in the tax code, right? And there's a very small part of that our team has to look at and then connect with what you do, your activities, right? So what would you be able to say in terms of, hey, dental community, this is how much time and effort I had to actually participate in this. And then I kind of clean my hands and let the team go to work, because time is of the essence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, time's everything. It's the only thing we can't get back. And I would say you're going to have to commit a few hours, or somebody on your team's going to have to commit a few hours. But one of my favorite thought leaders that I quote all the time is Peter Drucker. And, it sticks in my head when you ask me that question, that efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things. So we do a lot of stuff in our practices all day, every day, and they deliver, this ROI. But if you could invest a few hours to get this ROI while you're doing what you already do, I would much rather be effective than sprint to a finish line and the race is over. We all know that's not how life works.
So let me ask you this question. There was a recent, if it's a study, right, some research done from a governing body across the United States, and it forecasted what's going to happen at the end of April, June, and August. Are you familiar with this study?
Not really. Tell me about it.
Well, in this particular study, it said if the doors weren't going to be opened at certain milestones, May 15th, June 15th, July, and so forth, that increasingly across the board, dental practices on average 20% up to 50%, they're going to start feeling some, let me just use the word pain, financial crunches, right? Because patients aren't coming in, billing's not going out. So in your opinion, and I know that there's many varying types of practices out there, what would you say in terms of this type of, it's not a loan, it's not an investment, would you say be able to receive that type of money? How impactful would it be, if at all? Now, that's kind of crazy to say, right? Everyone wants money. But given COVID, given where we are today, how instrumental would this be to a dental practice to say, 60 days, I have something that's going to help my practice from a financial standpoint with no restrictions?
Yeah, so I'm going to put practices in three buckets. I'm going to say the most financially at risk, bottom 20%. It's going to be the difference between you keeping your doors open and your doors shutting. And you know who you are. I don't have to tell you who you are. Then there's the top 20%, and that's going to be some really nice icing on the cake. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, I thought our practice was going to perform at this level in 2020. We're here. And now all of a sudden, we're right back up here again without having to do any more dentistry. Awesome. And then that middle chunk, that middle 60%, you're going to get pulled in one direction that's great or the other direction that's not so great. So this is going to be very impactful for all three buckets. And depending on who you are as a practitioner, again, you know where you sit financially. So you know how much this will mean to you based on bottom 20, middle 60, top 20.
Yeah, and if I could add to that, we put through over 100 dental practices last week alone, and dental practices from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other, and the impact that this is having is in a lot of cases making the difference of having to lay people off, keeping their staff employed, and ultimately keeping the doors open and shining the light at the end of the tunnel. Is what we're hearing.
Absolutely. No question.
Well, we don't want to construe this as music to our ears, right? That across the board, it really doesn't matter what the practice is doing. Everybody could use this cash infusion, right?
Sure.
So I think that's why our team, as we've been speaking this week, what is our purpose? What is our mission? And these are words not just to take lightly. These are really important because we feel that there are actually 40 other verticals, 40 other industries that could be using this. And yet our team has come together to decide how important your healthcare, your profession needs us the most. And so we're really kind of forming this alliance so that we can actually have the team, have the process, and go to market quicker, because it's not a matter of will they receive the money. It's a matter of how much they'll receive. And the moment they can get that money, they can make decisions on how to help the practice. So to Sean's point, and this is impactful, and we're not here just to do a job. We're really here to impact your profession. So thank you so much for taking the time to kind of get to know me and my team. Anyone else want to just jump on and ask David some key questions and kind of get some clarity?
Good. I like it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, no rehearsal there.
Sometimes when we said it. So I guess, what I'll leave everybody with is, if you're a dentist out there, I'm quite positive as a little kid, you played this game called Monopoly. And what I learned from Monopoly, my take home was you and I can spend our own money. That's a risk, but there's often a reward if we spend it intelligently. But learning to leverage other people's money is the key to winning the financial game of life. And in this case, you're leveraging your own money that you've already worked for. So there's not a mystery to this. There's just an awful lot of work to it. We're responsible for step one, a few hours. And then, like most things in life, we pass the baton to a team who's strong in a lane that we just aren't strong in. So I don't need to learn everybody's job. That would make me a terrible leader and a horrible dentist. So guys, I really appreciate what we're doing together. I'm excited to help an awful lot of dentists with this. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Really.